session. Children, in the previous class, you learned about the early human beings and the evolution of human beings. And I told you that in the next session, I'll be explaining the different stone ages, that is Paleolithic age, Mesolithic age and Neolithic age. And in today's session, I'll be explaining about the Paleolithic age and the discovery of fire. So Paleolithic age itself again divided into three main divisions. So we'll see each divisions in detail. So before that, first, what do you mean by Paleolithic age? See, the stone ages where the early human beings used only stones as tools and weapons, and even animal bones. So that period we can call as stone ages. The stone ages classified into three: Paleolithic age, Mesolithic age and Neolithic age. So here Paleolithic age, it is also known as the Old Stone Age, that is the beginning, Old Stone Age. So it is also known as Old Stone Age, the starting period. And it is a period in human prehistory distinguished by the original development of stone tools. So in the previous session I told you that the human beings, they used the stone as the main weapon because that was the only tool was naturally available for him. So that's what stone tools. And for a long period of time, he used only stones as the main weapon. Main tools are even for hunting, for peeling, cutting meat, cutting trees, for whatever the uses, he had everything, he used stone as a main tool. So that age is called Paleolithic age. It is also known as Old Stone Age. The divisions of Paleolithic age. So this Old Stone Age is again divided into three different divisions. They are, first one is the Middle Paleolithic age, that is the era of Neanderthal man. So the Neanderthal, that is another creature, another species of early human being. So this period, that is called Middle Paleolithic age. So in the evolution of human beings, I told you that from ape creature to Homo sapiens. So in between, many developmental stages were there. So the Middle Paleolithic age means the era of Neanderthal man. So that is the period of Neanderthal man. Whatever the stone tools he used, that is called Middle Paleolithic age. Then Upper Paleolithic age, that is the age of Homo sapiens. Then the last one, Lower Paleolithic age, that is the earliest forms of human beings or humankind. So this is what the different stages in Paleolithic age. See children, early stone ages. The stone ages is again divided into three. That is Paleolithic, Mesolithic and Neolithic. Then Paleolithic is again divided into three. That is Middle Paleolithic, then Upper Paleolithic and Lower Paleolithic age. Based on the development happened in the life of early human beings. So what are the features of the Paleolithic age? What type of life he had during the Paleolithic age? See children, in this picture, this Paleolithic age, this is generally the life structure. It's not divided based on middle and lower and upper. This is generally in the Paleolithic age. What was the different features, the special features? See this picture children, you can see that he's carrying something to hunt the animal, and even in this picture, he is sharpening his tools for some of his use. And see the body structure also, and he has not covered his body, and no house, no particular settlement. So somewhere he is sitting and he is doing his work. That's what he is known as nomads. The early human beings were also known as nomads. And even in the last, you can see that even he has lived in a group. So the early Paleolithic age, that is the last stage, the Lower Paleolithic age. So there you can see that he started living in a groups, in a society. Society is not formed in a group. So the first one, they were hunter-gatherers. Then they were nomads, not settled in one place. They lived in natural shelters. So this is another most important thing. They lived in natural shelters. That is in caves, treetops, like that, in the forest. So because no constructed house, no huts, nothing. So whatever the natural shelters available, and generally what were the natural shelters available in the forest? One thing, caves, then tree tops and tree holes. So these are the natural shelters he used to protect himself during the night and even from the wild animals also. Then they lived in groups. So they lived in groups because of two reasons. One thing, they helped each other, and another thing, if they are living in a group, it gives somewhat security for him from wild animals. So generally they were scared about wild animals. And children, in this age, no language, no script, and the way of communication, that is through gestures and even through some special sounds. That was the thing they used, the early human beings. Children, in today's world, we have different languages, different way of communications. Based on our convenience, everything is there in this world. But the early human beings, you just imagine. Children, you just imagine, you live in this, or we are just shifting to this period. How can we survive? Of course, not even 1 second we cannot survive. See, for 1 minute, if power is not there in our house, immediately, oh, no power. We will think like that. We can't live without current also. But see, the early human beings, no current, no shelter, nothing. Totally dependent on forest. Then they survived by hunting and gathering fruits and nuts. So these were only 3 to 4 different dishes for him. One thing, fruit. Then animals, hunted animals. Then nuts and berries. For them, no noodles, no Maggi, nothing for them to eat, and no masalas, no cooked items. Only the hunted things were there, hunting animals, and whatever the natural fruits, nuts and berries he got from the forest. That was his food. And from one place, if he finished the food, then he should search for the another place where the food is available, because no settled life. So these are some of the special features of Paleolithic age. Then next is Paleolithic tools. What type of tools? But only stone tools were there, but different stone tools. See, in the lower Paleolithic age, we have chopper, pebble, that is roughly worked on one side, used for digging and skimming. So in the lower Paleolithic age, in the beginning, so how he was getting the stone from the forest, like that itself, with light changes he used. And even bifrost, that is hand axe, nabbed on both sides. What do you mean by nabbed, children? That means shaved. According to his convenience, he shaved and used for cutting. Children, can you imagine using stone and cutting vegetables, meat and all? It's very difficult, right children? For us, it's very difficult. Knife also, nowadays we have different varieties of knife. Even electric knife we have. And based on the items, materials, we have different types of knives. But see children, the early human beings, only stones he used for cutting and even for sharpening. Everything he used only stones. When it comes to middle Paleolithic age, that is the knife. Utensil nabbed on one side, used for cutting or as a weapon. See the change is happening. See the first, as it is from the nature. Here, little changes he shaped according to his convenience. Here, little more, and even the uses also becoming more. This is what children, the changes happened in the life of early human beings. And even here, scraper, that is used for cleaning animal hides and sharpening knives. So he used the stone tools for different purposes. But the thing is, whatever the uses or whatever his needs, he used only stone tools. Then here, somewhat blade, that is finely shaped and used as a spearhead. Here one harpoon, that is he used for fishing. Then spear thrower, used to throw javelins to hunt some of the animals. Then here weapon for throwing to kill animals, similar to a small spear. The needle made of bone and is used for sieving. So children, don't think that they used to wear colorful dresses and all. It's not like that. So to cover their body, they used animal skin and the bark of trees. So to join that is to make some shape to cover his body, he used this needle. Then perforator, that is used for making holes inside. But all these things were made of stone. That's what Paleolithic tools were totally made of stones. Stone tools, different stone tools. See children, the difficulty which he faced. Compare present day life and the early human beings' life. Using stone for all the purposes, even for cutting, chopping, everything. And can you imagine that situation now? No, it's very difficult. But the early human beings come across all these stages. All this happened millions of years ago. Later and at present, we are in this developed stage. Okay, children? Then next, the tools are divided into two. The Paleolithic tools, that is called, one is called core tools and another one is called flake tools. See, core tools, they were made by chipping off pieces from chunks of rocks or pebbles from a big stone. See, this is called the core tools. So this he shaped and made it according to his needs. When it comes to flake tools, that pieces which comes from the core tools, that is called flake tools. So here you can see that how he sharpened his tools, how he changed his stone tools according to his convenience. See here one core stone is there, he is using another stone, hitting and then breaking and shaping it into his convenience. So these are called flake tools. While hitting this, some pieces will come out, right children? If you take two stones in your hand, taking one small stone or big stone and hitting to another one, of course it will break into pieces. That pieces are called flakes and it will be in different shapes. Some pieces will be very sharp and some pieces will be like blades, so that he can use easily for his daily uses, for cutting meat, then digging the place and all. So two types of tools, Paleolithic tools, that is core tools and flake tools. So flake tools were made from sharp pieces of flakes that broke off while making core tools. So children, observe the picture carefully. Easily you will understand the difference between core tools and flake tools. Then the next important developmental stage which happened in the life of early human being, that is called discovery of fire. There are many stories related to the discovery of fire. So how the most important story behind that is he made many stone tools, right children? So while making the stone tools, he used that because of that pressure some fire sparks. So that is the beginning of discovery of fire. But before also fire was there. How? Because sometimes we know that due to excess heat happening in the nature during the summer season, forest fire will occur. And even many animals will die in that, even human beings also. But he was not knowing how to make fire. See, now we have many options. Lighter is there, matchbox is there, automatic things are there, many things are there to make fire. But early human beings were not knowing how to make fire. But it was an accidental discovery. So while making the core tools and flake tools, so he saw that due to the excess pressure, some sparks. Then later he started rubbing two stones together with great pressure, and then he saw that the fire is coming out of the spark. So that is what discovery of fire. Here you can see that the greatest and most important discovery in the Paleolithic age. Then it was an accidental discovery. It was used to cook meat, to scare from wild animals and protect them from cold and wild animals. These were the general uses, how he used fire. So one thing, to scare wild animals. In the forest, only these early human beings and wild animals were there. And some of the animals, the early human beings were totally scared of wild animals. So to protect from the wild animals, or to scare the wild animals were scared of fire. So he came to know that if fire is there, animals will not come and attack him. So he started using fire for that. Then to cook meat, even that is also an accident, because the early human beings used to eat raw meat. hunting the animals, like that only he was eating. Can you imagine, children? No, it's very difficult, without masala, no salt, no chili, it's very difficult. But see, early human beings, they survived like that. Surviving. But later, I told you that the forest fire. Once he found that during the forest fire, many animals were died. So he started tasting that. So he came to know that cooked meat is more tastier than raw meat. So he started cooking the meat. And that in a very primitive way. See, you can see that, just not with stove, electric oven or induction something, not like that. It's very primitive way. Just make the fire, putting the meat pieces into that, just roasting it and eating. Then protect them from cold and wild animals. So when excess cold comes, of course, if we stand very near to the fire, we feel very hot, right, children? So these are some of the uses of fire. So he used fire for all these things. So children, in today's session, you learn about the Paleolithic age, then the Paleolithic tools and the discovery of fire. Go through the textbook, read thoroughly, study well. See you in the next session. Till that, take care. Thank you.